Hello, I just want to make a video message to record or to capture this moment today when I am celebrating exactly my 2 years here in Canada. So I arrived here April 28, 2013, and today it's April 28, 2015. Come to think of it, it's 2 years only, but when I look back through these 2 years, it feels like as if I've been here for quite a long time. It's like time has passed so fast, and many things have happened, many transitions have happened, and 2 years. It's only 2 years. For me, it feels like I'm already a decade here. Well, probably one of the things that I am considering is probably at this point in my life here in Canada after 2 years, I have tried to adapt into the flow of life here in Canada. That explains why probably for me it has become so ordinary that you go with the flow. And because you go with the flow, you lose track of time. But eventually, I just want to capture the moment 2 years ago when I found myself going out of the immigration office in Pearson International Airport here in Toronto. For me, it marks a significant event in my life because uh, not only that I have met a personal challenge, uh, it marks a significant event in my life where I have passed through a threshold, leaving my life that I have built up for the past 33 years into a certain life where I don't know anything about. It's something uncertain for me. And for people who know me, if I have any fears at all, it would be summarized into something which I do not know. My fear for uncertainty. And having gone through this journey where I am practically walking towards it, uncertainty is also something significant for me. It's a big dare for me. The transition of going into uncertainty is a big step for me. And well, knowing me also, I would calculate the risks that I would face. And I tried. I tried to calculate the risks that I would be facing here in Canada. But yeah, I've tried to see several scenarios. I've tried to pinpoint my resources, people I can ask help from, uh, what ifs. I also tried to build up my confidence that I have the knowledge, the skills, the educational background, how we were brought up there. And yeah, no matter how or what no matter what angles I can conceive, I know that it is still uncertain. I have no gauge of the context here. So as I went through my life here, I started to learn one step at a time. The only thing that helped me really probably is the openness to whatever comes to you, the experience of the phenomenon, that you don't have to have an expectation, that whatever is presented to you at that moment is what you see, is what you get, and you get to learn from it. So far, that's probably one of the things that helped me see through the uncertainty of life here in Canada. That's why after 2 years, uh, well, I cannot help but be thankful of all the things that have happened, and that is both the good and the bad. I've learned so much with the bad things that I have experienced here in Canada. It's something which also strengthened me, and every time I overcome it, it also made me stronger, made me less anxious and depressed that I am alone here. And of course, along with that is I should be thankful really for the gift of persons that I have met here in Canada, my family and friends. I have them all in mind from the moment I stepped out of the airport together with Tito Katsi and Tita Vel, even with Coco, their dog, to Lola Connie, Tita Inday, Tito J. Can remember my first night out, courtesy of Tito J and Olives there in Scarborough. Tito, Tito Nonoy and their family also. To Ding Dong later on. Uh, yeah, even the gift of persons of XMs. Bongablona, Tokayo Joseph Akbenya, Kinan, also helped me out, also presented to me with much openness Toronto, Canada, and how to live my life here, what I need to do, how I would deal with this situation, what is being Filipino here, and how being a Filipino is stands out and is helpful for in learning how to live life here. There's so many good things and that have happened to me, and also bad things, and of course that's how life is. We draw in the strength from the good, learn from the bad, and from the learning get to continue on with life. And so far that's how I would see my 2 years here. So I'm thankful for that. Actually, I've prepared a a script, something to read, but I'm trying my best right now to be spontaneous. So because of being spontaneous, I have all these. But anyways, it's about time that I can break out and express myself. I never have the chance to actually speak in front of people. So right now, I know that I have this skill and I may have forgotten it because when I went home last time, when I was doing the MC there in for my brother's wedding, I was already shaking, and that's a skill that I have always been asked to do, and I was stuttering, I was mispronouncing, my grammar was all over the place, and I was shaking. And that's a signal for me. After 2 years here, probably I might lose all the skills that I've learned all these years. But then I know that in any way I can share the gifts that God has given me whenever the opportunity arises. And that's one of the things that I am keeping in mind now as I go through another year and the coming years here in Canada. Every opportunity I have here to share my talents, I will openly receive it. So probably that would balance the uh, the longing to go home and serve my people. It's still there. It's still there. Even though having lived my life here in Canada for 2 years, whether, for example, even though how hot there in the Philippines is, even though you get to feel a little, in the traffic, uh, the environment and everything, but these are just externals for me. I know that wherever I am leading my life into, this is just a repass. I'll make my best here, I'll do my best here, but my target always is to serve my people. So I don't know when that is, but for these 2 years, I know that I still have that idealism and I won't lose that because I know that that is what is most special of us Filipinos. We might not recognize it, but that spirit in us keeps us from standing up, surviving, and doing our best, not only for ourselves, always have a community to share all these talents. We always have reference to family. It's not only individual, and that's something good we have to nurture. So all these things, after 2 years, are God's gift. Every moment and every passing moment that becomes a memory, good and bad, are good and great moments and memories for me. So thank you very much for always praying for me there. Thank you very much for uh, being with me in any way you can, even just by liking my Facebook posts, even all the more when you're reading my posts, it keeps me from, it allows me to, it confirms that belief that we are always connected in any way we can. If people are not afraid to share their thoughts, their feelings, then that keeps us connected. That keeps us humanly connected. So thank you very much for always doing that to me. And hopefully, yeah, just like by watching this video message to celebrate my 2 years here in Canada, I thank you all. Thank you very much, family and friends here in Canada. You know who you are. Family, friends back home in the Philippines, in Iloilo, and family and friends all over the world. Very thankful. I also remember you in mind, heart, and spirit, and I always pray for you all. Thank you.